You're able to see the notepad, right?
Yes, press.
So let's just quickly recap what we have discussed day one. Okay, so it is a recap of day one. So we have seen what are CRM applications. We have seen what are CRM applications. CRM is nothing but customer relationship management, and the applications which provide that facility, we call those as the CRM applications. And then we have seen at an example of requirement for laptop, and we have listed down all the steps wherein when you have a requirement for the laptop, how you will go search for the for your requirement, how you approach some company, and how the company people will come back and contact you, and how the process gets initiated, and how the support process gets kicked in. So there we have categorized our requirement into marketing cloud, marketing cloud, and then sales cloud and support cloud. Okay, and we have seen how Salesforce has become SaaS. Okay, SaaS is nothing but software as a service. So Salesforce has different softwares. One, a few of them examples are marketing cloud, sales cloud, support cloud, communication cloud, healthcare cloud, finance cloud, and there are many more. So since Salesforce is providing all the softwares, so we are calling Salesforce as SaaS. So and then Salesforce also has a platform, and Salesforce also has a platform, and it has its own development language called Apex, and it has its own database and its own database language called SOQL, which is nothing but Salesforce Object Query Language. So using the Salesforce platform, using Apex, using SOQL, people can build their own software, and then they can place it in the app exchange, and they can sell it for few clients, and they can make the revenue. So any company which is providing a platform and providing providing a platform where we can build our own softwares, okay, and do the marketing, generate a revenue, we call that as a PaaS. So PaaS is nothing but platform as a service. Okay, and then we have discussed about what is a dev environment and what is a production environment. Okay, so how to log into the Salesforce dev environments, which is https test.salesforce.com, and to log into production we have to use https login.salesforce.com. And we have seen a broader perspective how a Salesforce org, developer org looks like. Okay, this is what we have discussed in yesterday. So let's start our day two. In day two, so let's see how to create a developer account. I'll provide the link here in the chat, so you guys can go ahead and create one developer account. So I'm providing the link in the chat of the Zoom. Yeah, please, you guys, open that link. Let me also open it parallelly for you. So from here, at least I need one or two people to respond back to me, whether you are seeing my correct tab, okay, and you are able to follow it, and you are able to create the developer edition. Okay, so I need someone to respond now. So are you guys seeing this page when you are clicking that link? So you got the link in the chat, everybody?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
you are able
ma'am.
to open the link?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please go ahead and give your first name, last name, job title, email, company, Okay, and you can give country and region. So based on this country and region, as we have discussed, Salesforce is using the cloud platform. So cloud platform meaning there is no software or there is no server which is installed on your machine. So the server and the software is sitting somewhere in the data centers. So based on this region, they are going to allocate a certain space for the application or for your developer environment. Okay, let's say they have the data centers for entire Asia Pacific, they have in one place, entire Europe region, they have one place. For America, they have one place. So they have different places the servers are hosted. Okay. So based on this country and region, they are going to allocate some space for you to work on. And mark this, I agree. Mark this, I am not a robot. And click on sign me up.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
When we don't have work email, what should we give?
No, you give your Gmail, anything is fine.
Okay. Okay,
Some
ma'am.
email ID.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, we are a fresher, not job title, company name.
No, your voice. No, you can give some A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Don't worry. If something you don't know the job title, you give it as X, Y, Z.
Okay. Company, ma'am. Same.
Give it as ABC or 1, 2, 3.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Your email should be properly specified because they communicate, they will send the link to your email.
Ma'am, there is a problem in country region. They are not showing countries, ma'am.
No, make it little slow. What you are telling, repeat the same thing slowly.
Country region is not displaying ma'am, options.
This country region is not popping up for you.
Yes, ma'am.
You are getting only till company.
Yes, ma'am. Company.
Can you refresh the page and see?
Okay.
Is there any issue with your internet?
Okay, ma'am.
Does
No
anybody
issue.
has the same issue? You're not seeing all these 6 fields? So anybody is able to create the developer account successfully?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I have done it and I tried to sign up.
Mm-hmm.
They sent a confirmation mail to reset a password.
Mm-hmm.
While doing that, it's showing like its the site is under scheduled maintenance.
Just click on OK, it'll redirect. When is the schedule maintenance? They'll
Uh,
give the date and time also.
please check.
Ma'am, I got a link, ma'am. No problem. My side is all fine.
Yeah. Just open
Okay.
that link.
Not today, it's for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's okay. You just, they are beforehand informing you that there would be a
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah.
Sounds it. The lady who had the problem. Pooja, did you had the problem? Country was not popping up. Pooja or Rupa, who has the problem? So let me log into my developer account. Since I have already one and I have used the same email ID in multiple places, I have not created here. So everybody are able to create the developer account. Does anybody need help? Okay, I am taking it as no, everyone are successfully created it. So you guys are able to see my Salesforce developer account on the screen.
Yes.
Okay. Here, let us discuss about the what are the few icons or few things where we do it very regularly. So this gear icon, whatever you are seeing it here, I am showing it almost the right top corner. So it is called as a setup menu. Okay. So that is nothing but your. So we have created developer account. Okay, inside developer account, we are seeing the setup menu. Okay, this is a setup menu. If you click on the setup menu, you have the setup and you have developer console. Click on this setup. Okay, so you will have the home tab. These we call it as a tabs and the object manager. So to your left side, what you are seeing, the 9 dots. Okay, this is called an app launcher. Okay, so here you can click on, you can switch between the apps. As we have seen, we have sales, service, marketing, community. So these are all the different softwares, or we'll say here it as a different apps. So these are all the different apps. If you want to switch between the apps, let's say your company, is has brought 3 or 4 applications like sales, service, marketing, everything is there. Then you can switch between those apps here. So I'm going to sales. So these are like what is a setup menu, what is an app launcher. So this you will use very frequently once you start working with Salesforce. So here you can see inside which app you are in. So you are in sales app. Okay, and these are all the different tabs that are configured. So as soon as user opens the sales application, these are all the default tabs that comes. So this we call it as a tabs. Okay, so now you know what is a setup menu, app launcher, and a tab. It's not the tab, it is a tab. And plural is tabs. Okay, so if we click on this app launcher, go to view all. Okay, click on the app launcher, go to view all. Then here you have a button called as a visit app exchange. So we have discussed Salesforce is providing a platform also where someone can go use the Apex language and SOQL to build their own softwares and market them in the app exchange. So if I click on app exchange, go to app exchange. So just come little down. So this is where you have different application. If you see, this is from Leaptree. Leaptree is another company where they have used the Salesforce and built this particular software. Similarly, Accounting Seed is another company. Sumo Scheduler is another company. Similarly, Conga is another company. Nintex is another company. Box. These are all different companies where they are using Salesforce as a platform and building. So obviously, this product is built upon Salesforce. So obviously, they need the Salesforce developers to customize anything on top of Conga or on top of any software which is built on Salesforce. So that is where you have very huge requirements. Okay. So Salesforce has its own product and there are a lot of other companies which are using Salesforce to build their softwares. Got it? So we have seen what is a setup menu, what is an app launcher, what are tabs, and what is app exchange. Let's go back to our setup menu and see what is a developer console here. Okay, I'm clicking on this developer console. Now you have the, what to say, you have the platform. Okay, now you have to go, you should have some editor where you go and develop your classes, right? Or the software. So to develop all those classes, all those coding, you use this developer console, okay, to develop the software. So here, if you go to File, click on New. Here you have Apex class, Apex trigger, Visual Force page, components, static resources, lighting, everything. So this is this inside developer console, you're going to develop the things. So how you can view your database? So if you come little down, here you have something called as a query editor, where you can issue the queries and see what is the result of it. Let's say here I have given one simple query. Select ID, name, industry. These are nothing but the fields. I'll explain what are fields. So from
Yes,
account,
ma'am.
yeah.
Your screen was stuck, ma'am. We can't follow the exact
Oh,
page.
you were able to see the app exchange, or you were not able to see the app exchange also?
No, ma'am. We are on the seller
Home page, yeah.
page.
Oh my God. Let me share the entire screen.
We are in sales page, ma'am.
You are in sales page. Okay. Entire browser. Okay, let me share the entire screen. That's not a problem. Okay. So let me repeat it then. So that app exchange I want to show you because you might have the doubt where we are, people are hosting their softwares and then do it. So you are seeing the page right now, right? The sales page.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So click on this app launcher. Okay, to your left side, 9 dots. And at the bottom, you will have the view all. Click on the view all. Now we are seeing the app launcher page, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now click on this visit app exchange. Okay, it is giving some information. Click on the button, go to app exchange. Now we can see the app exchange tab. Now you guys
ma'am.
can see the app exchange, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am.
So now if you scroll down here, you can find different softwares, okay, which are developed by different companies. This is by Leaptree. This is by Accounting Suite. This is by Sumo Scheduler. Okay. Similarly, here it's by Conga. It's by Nintex. It's by Box. So these are the different companies. There are many more. Don't think that only they are the ones. Okay. If you scroll down, there are so many products available from different companies or the clients. Okay. So many people are utilizing the Salesforce as a platform and developing their own softwares. So they are also using Apex. They are also using SOQL. Okay. So obviously there is a huge demand for the Salesforce developer to support all these applications also, apart from what the Salesforce is providing. Okay, we are good. Now I am going back to the sales play page. I am going to the setup menu and I am opening this developer console. Now you guys are able to see the developer console, right? At the top, it says developer console, Chrome.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a developer console where you go and write the classes or, build the software. So if you go to the file, click on new. Here, there are different components that are available. Slowly, day by day, we'll learn what is an Apex class, what is Apex trigger, Visual Force page, similarly, what is a lightning, everything. So let's say this is where you develop the application and how you communicate to the database. This is where you have the query editor. Okay. You can issue any SOQL queries here and click on this execute to see the output. Okay. Right now here I have select ID, name, industry from account. Let me execute this. Okay, so you got the ID. These are all, let's say here you have 1379 rows are available inside your account object. That means there are 1379 records available inside your account object. You can expect this in lakhs in production. Since it is a developer environment and I am the only person who is using it, it is very less. Similarly, you guys also open the developer console and issue this command. I'm putting it in the chat. You will also get, some number. Okay. So the same thing, let me put it in the notepad also. Let us go. We have seen the app exchange. Then we went to developer console. Okay. We have seen like where people do the coding, and we have seen query editor. You can put this select ID, name from account and click on execute, which display what are all the account records that are available inside your arc. Okay, that is what it happened. Now let us understand what is an object. Okay, what is an object? Okay, before to that, let's take an Excel or something. How usually you will have. Let me go to the next sheet. Okay, so any data is represented using a table. Let's say you have a table. Okay, yesterday we have seen all the people who had the requirement for the laptop, they'll go to the website and they will submit their request or their details. Let me call this table name as the laptop requester details. Okay, I am naming this particular table name as the laptop requester details. Okay, and what are all the details that we are capturing from the website? What is the name of the requester, and what is the email ID of the requester, and what is the contact number of the requester, and what is the description. Or you may here you may capture like what is the price range that you are looking for. Okay, so let's say I am collecting these five fields information or the columns information from each requester from my website. Okay, so let's say now Ravi has come in. He is entering the details. Okay, ravi@gmail.com and the contact number. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. So, and the description would be looking for laptop with 16 GB. Okay. And let's say the price range 40 to 60K. So, and similarly, the other guy, Rakesh is coming. He is entering the details, Rakesh. And let's say Rakesh@gmail.com. He has some different number. Some other number. And he is putting, let's say, with 8 GB. And this may from 25K to is looking in this range. Similarly, you may have another, let's take another 10 people are issuing it. So I'm just naming it as Ravi 1, Rakesh 1, Ravi 2, Rakesh 2. So these are the different people who has visited my website and they have submitted the request for to know more about my different laptops or whatever it is. Okay. So what happened? All these data, I'm storing it as rows. Okay. So you have here the table, data table, and it has a name, data table, and it has a different columns, and you are using the rows to store the information, okay, inside that particular data table. So similarly, if you look at the Salesforce architecture, whatever the data table, that we are calling it as object. So your object is nothing but the data table. Object is nothing but data table. Okay. And the columns are nothing but the fields inside your object. The data columns are nothing but the fields inside the object. So what are fields? Fields are nothing but the columns of the data table. Okay. And what are the rows? Rows are nothing but the records. Okay. Records are nothing but rows inside data table. So now we are clear what is an object, what is a fields, what are the records. So object is nothing but your data table, okay, which is holding some data. Data table is nothing but it is holding some data. So object is nothing but a data table which holds certain information. Okay. And the fields are nothing but the columns, okay, in the data table. And records are nothing but the individual data, okay, inside that data table. Okay. Now if you look at your Salesforce org and click on this accounts, so now you can clearly understand account is an object which is holding certain information, okay, and these are nothing but account name, account site, phone, account owner alias, and there will be many more. We can add them to the list. These are nothing but the fields inside the account object. The columns are nothing but the fields inside the account object. And these are all the account records. Okay. So you have an object. Okay. For every object, you will create a tab to display at the top. Okay. So once you click on the tab, the object data gets opened. Okay. Inside an object, you have a different fields as a columns, and there are records which are displaying the data. So now you are clear about what is an object, what is a tab, what is a fields, what are the records. Are we good till now? Anybody has any doubts? So I am explaining in detail because somebody are from non-IT background also. So you should also be knowing what is an object, what is a field, because these are the very minimum concept in the Salesforce. If you doesn't understand what is an object, no, you cannot move forward. So you have to understand what is an object. So when somebody is giving you the data, how you are storing it. Okay. So if you want me to explain one more time, I can do it. Or if you guys are understood, then I'll move on to next part.
One more time, if you don't mind.
Okay, one more time. So now, yesterday we have seen the laptop requirement, right? So in a website, we are collecting the company has posted their marketing link or the form inside many different social platforms. So from there, they are collecting the data who are interested to buy the laptop. Okay. So whenever somebody is submitting the request, they fill in the form, like what is their name, what is the email ID, what is the contact number. Okay. So that the company can contact them, and what is the description, what is their requirement, like what is the configuration they are looking in, or, what is the price they are looking in. All this information we are capturing from different websites or different social media. Okay. People can submit the request from anywhere. Where, I mean, let's say you are visiting Amazon, there you are seeing some some advertisement and you are entering the information there. I might be browsing some other site. Okay, there I have seen the requirement of the same company. There I am entering the data. Though you are entering data from different multiple websites, okay, that sits in one table. Okay, so this is a table where we are capturing all those details. Okay, where we are segregating the data. Okay, and we are storing the data. So to store that data, we will have usually the data tables. We call them in data tables inside a database. Okay, the same data table, we are representing it as an object inside Salesforce. Okay, so the table which stores the information is nothing but the object. So if you say the account would be the object which has, so here you have different fields in form, right? Those fields are nothing but the columns in a database. So you have a name column, you have an email ID column, you have a contact number column, you have a description column, you have a price range column. So Ravi is going to some website and he's filling in the detail and he clicked on submit. Then the same details has come to laptop requested details data table and it has been stored here. Similarly, Rakesh is using some other website and he has submitted the details that came to the same data table and we are storing the data here. Okay, so the same thing how Salesforce is maintaining. Salesforce has an object, okay, and it has a different fields, okay, and it stores the individual row information as a record. Okay, you have a data table, which is nothing but the object. You have the rows, which are nothing but the fields. Sorry, you have the columns, which are nothing but the fields. And you have the rows of data, that is nothing but records. Got it?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's look on what is a URL. So initially it would be test.salesforce.com or login.salesforce.com, right? So as soon as you provide your credentials, it will redirect to some other page. Okay, so what is this URL? This URL, we call this as a instance URL. Instance URL. What is the instance URL means? Since Salesforce is hosted on the cloud environment, correct? So your server or the application is hosting somewhere else, is on some other different machine altogether. So how they identify whenever you are logging in with your credential to which particular server you have to redirect it to, and inside the servers there are like different RAMs. So how which exact location they have to redirect it to. So that information, this instance URL will give you. So I'm not sure, might be you might have say this instance URL again, you can customize it. That is where I have done some customization. So you're seeing some other different number. So otherwise you might see something like, DS51 or some other, that is nothing but in which region your sandbox is available. That number usually defines in the instance URL. Got it? What is an instance URL is where exactly your application is hosted. Okay, based on your instance URL, you can identify which region, which part of the region you belongs to. Got it?
Yeah, ma'am.
So now let's see. Let me open one record. So here, if you closely observe the URL till this point, okay, till lightning, it will be your instance URL. and here you can see it is an account. So you have opened the account object record. Okay, and then slash, here this is nothing but the record ID. Okay, this is nothing but whatever here you are seeing 18-digit character is nothing but your record ID. So it will be unique for each record. So if you see the next record till this part, so it will be your instance URL, and then this is your object name. Okay, and this would be your record ID. Okay, let me copy this too. Okay. So your record ID always be 18-digit character. Okay, 18-digit character. And if you closely observe, first 3 letters would be same if the object is same. Okay, that means based on first 3 digits or first 3 letters, you can identify the records belongs to which object. Okay, in this case, we are seeing the account object records wherein account object is starting with 001. Okay, based on first 3 characters of record ID, you can identify the to which object the record belongs to. Okay, so let's see. For the account object, it is with 001. Similarly, we have different objects here, right? Let me open the leads object. So let me go to leads. So if I open lead record, so you can see the object name came as a lead, and then you have the record ID. Okay, so here it is starting with 00Q. Let's see the another lead record. So till this part it is same, and the object name is lead, and again here it is 00Q. I mean, if you ask me, do we need to by heart all these? Initially, I mean, it's not mandatory that you. Let me refresh. It's not mandatory that you memorize every object first, 3-digit character. There are few objects which we use very frequently, okay, like account object, contact object, okay, the opportunity, or the minimum to minimum account and contact you would be using in any of the module. Okay, so and mostly people use the account and contact object which are provided by the Salesforce. Okay, they don't create their own new objects. So at least minimum to minimum, you have to know what is the account object record starts with. It will be 001. Okay, similarly, let me open the contacts and let us see what is the contact record starts with. It's 003. So at least these two we can remember. Account starts with 001. Contact starts with 003. Okay. So now we have seen what is an instance URL. Instance URL is nothing but the server or where your particular Salesforce domain is hosted. Okay. Where your particular Salesforce application is being hosted is called as instance URL. So instance URL is nothing but where the application is hosted. Okay, and we have seen what is a record ID. Record ID would always be the 18-digit character, and we have seen if it is an account object, it will be starts with a 001, and if it is a contact object, it will be 003. Okay, till now, are we clear? What is an object? What is the fields? What are the fields? What are the records? Okay, let me go to the accounts. Okay, instance URL we have seen the setup menu, we have seen the app launcher, we know now what is a tab, we know what is an object, we know what are all the fields, we know what are records. Now let's look at this one. So this we call it as a list views. Okay, list views. List views are nothing but a view which is, displaying data, okay, according to the requirement. So here you have different list views. All accounts are there, my accounts are there, new last week is there, and there are platinum. And list view is nothing but to display of data. So let's say if you want to create a new list view. So somebody is coming and asking you, I want to see only the records, okay, where account owner alias is P PEMMA. Okay, so what you will do, you will go and create a new list view. So you can go to this gear icon. Here you have a new, click on this new. Okay, you can provide list view name. Let me give example. Give some meaningful names. Practice that. It will not come on day one. Okay, so I'm giving the name as created by PPMM. Okay, whenever you are creating an object or creating a field, creating a list view, give some meaningful name. Okay, you can give the list name. So automatically the API name will come. If there are any spaces, it will give the underscore and then it will get the API name. If you want to give a different API name, yeah, you can go ahead and give it. And who can see this list view? Okay, is it that all the users who are available in your organization, you are providing access for them, or you want to give it only for the specific people? Okay, that also you can do. You can either, you can see only yourself, or you can allow all users, or let's say you want to give only for 10 users, you will create a group for those 10 users and you will give permission for that particular group so that only those 10 users can view this list view. Right now I'm giving it only I can see this list view. Let me click on save. So now here you can see whatever the name that you have created that has come in. Okay. And now you have to filter only the records where your account owner is, whatever the name you have. So if you see here, this is a filters where we can define the filters. Okay. So filter by owner. Already it has filtered who has created those records. It has already applied the filter. So if you want to change it, you can click on the same thing and see whether you want to first filter, take all the accounts and then apply some filters, or you want to take only the accounts which you have created and then apply some conditions on top of it, or you want to choose some other condition, the scope, and then do it. Let me choose all accounts. Okay, now I have chosen all accounts and then adding the filter. So let me click on save and you can see. So now we got all the accounts here. Okay. Now I'll go and apply the filter. So what is the field name? This is a account owner. Correct. So the field is account owner alias Okay, and the value would be P pen. Okay, I will click on done. You have to click on save for your list view to get refresh. Now you got the records where the account owner alias is the name which we have specified it. Okay, so I'll repeat it. What are the list views? It is a categorization of different records, or it is a grouping of records based on certain criteria. So what are the list views? List views are nothing but categorization of data based on certain criteria or based on criteria. Okay. So now what is the criteria that we have applied here, where the account owner alias is equal to PPEM. Okay. So this is a criteria that we have applied on the account object data, and we have created a list view. So list view is nothing but displaying a data by applying some categorization of data by applying certain filters. Okay, how you can create a list view? You can go to this gear icon, click on this new, okay, which will create a new list view. To apply the filters, you have a filter icon here. Go ahead and click on the filter. It opens up the filters. Okay, you can click on add filter. Okay, and you can apply that particular filter to the list view. Okay, when you are creating a list view, you can give the list view name and you can set permissions to who can view that list view that you are creating. Okay, so we have seen how to create a new list view. Okay, from setup. Okay, new, you can create a list view. Once you create when you are creating the list view, you can provide list view name. Okay, and then to whom you want to give access to the list view. Okay, so whenever you are creating a list view, you have to go to the setup and click on new. While you are creating in the same window, you can provide what is the list view name, and you can choose to whom you want to give permissions to view that particular list view. Okay, now you are clear about, yeah, and then we have applied filters from filter icon. Okay, so add filter. Okay, you from add filter, you can choose what is the field name and what should be the corresponding value to appear on that particular field. Okay, so based on this, once you click on save, so it gets the records which satisfy that particular filter condition. Okay, got it? What is a list view? As somebody wants me to repeat one more time. Guys, I need a response, either yes or no. Anything is fine. But if you are very quiet like this, I don't know whether, you all went on mute and doing something else, or,
No, ma'am.
you are
No, there is a question in chat. Please have a look.
question. Can you explain how to use multiple filters? Yeah, let us understand first what is a, lookup. I mean, what is a list view? Then we'll go. Let us explore first applying one filter. Then we'll go and explore, how if you have multiple filters, how to use and condition or condition, all that. Let's get the basic stuff first.
It was clear, ma'am.
It is clear.
Yeah.
Okay. See, now somebody is asking, if I want to apply more than one filter condition, how do I do it? Okay. For that, let me fill in something. NYON. Okay. So let's say here we have applied only one filter where account owner is equal to PEM. Okay. Now I want to see where the account owner is this and account type is partner. Okay. Let me sort and see how many records are there. I think it is only one record with the partner. Okay. Let me go on create another filter. Okay. Where type is, what is the type? Partner. So account type equals to prospect is there. Why the partner is not there? Let me give this as an installation partner and see. Or let me choose this billing also different. See, I'll explain why there are cases where the display name could be different and the option name can be different at the backend. That we'll see, or else we'll choose this as account site. Account site, it is asking for value. So I'll give here it as a Canada. Okay, so now we have two conditions. We have to display the records where account owner alias is PPAM and account site is Canada. Okay. Here you have two filters. So if you go to the add filter logic, by default, it is applying the AND condition. So now what is an AND condition? Okay, I'm explaining this because somebody is from outside of IT. So AND condition meaning all the conditions it has to satisfy. All condition has to be satisfied. OR condition meaning any one condition is satisfied, then it returns true. Okay. Now in this case, we have two filter conditions, right? 1 and 2. 1 and 2 means it is going to get the records, okay, where both the conditions are satisfied, where both account owner should be PEM and account site should be equal to Canada. So if any record is not satisfied, let's say there are many records where account owner is PPM, but their account site is not equal to Canada. Okay. With 1 and 2 filter logic, it is going to get only this one record. Okay. If I give it as a 1 or 2, so it look for the records where at least one condition is satisfied. Got it? What is and or difference? So now let us go on, click on save. The filter logic is 1 and 2. I'm saving this filter logic. It is refresh. Okay. Now we got only one single record. Let me go on, update the condition to R and see. Okay. I am clicking on save. So you got many records where at least the account owner is PPM or account owner can be, let me change this particular record account owner to somebody else. I mean, I'm not sure whether users are available. So, yeah, I will change it to integration user. Okay, I have changed this integration user and what is our other condition? Created by pen. What are my filter conditions here? Account owner alias, I have marked it to something else. Now let me change this account site to Canada. Account site is some other field. So this is which record demo GP 98. So where is this demo GP 98? Okay, let me do one thing. So let me, oh, this is logged actually. So account site is read only field where we cannot edit any value here. Okay, so I think basically you got what is meant by R and right. So R meaning at least one condition has to be satisfied, and means all the conditions that you have specified here. Let's say you have 4 conditions and you are using 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that means all 4 condition has to be satisfied. So if you are using 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, then at least one condition satisfied, it is going to fetch all the records. And you can something customize your logic like this also. 1 and 3 or 4. Okay, meaning what? It is going to check is it satisfying any filter criteria 3 or the 4. Okay, and here it has to be any one of this condition has to be matched. Okay, or this. So for better clarification, use these brackets. So either 1 or 2 has to be matched, 3 or 4. Okay. At least one from these 2 criteria and one from these 2 criteria is matching. Then only those records it is going to display it here. Got it? Anybody has any other queries?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
It's already 10:06. Let's wind it up. So apply filters and apply filters from filter icon and are satisfied. Okay, let's me give a heads up for day 3. Okay, if you guys have some time, go and check what is this all about, and so there is something called as a, so we know now what are objects. Okay, so the objects again they are classified as custom objects and standard objects. Okay, similarly we know what are fields. Again, you have the fields are classified as custom fields, standard fields. Okay, go and see what are all these custom objects, how you can identify whether it's a custom object or a standard object, or what is meant by standard object. Okay, in which scenarios we will go for the custom object, and what are standard fields, how many standard fields does Salesforce provide, okay, in any object. Okay, and see what are all the different field types that we have. Okay, Okay, try to explore. Since now you have created your developer account, try to click on different tabs. Nothing will happen. Okay, you're not going to crash any server, or you're not going to crash your laptop. Feel free, click on different tabs, and try to explore the system. What is happening when you are clicking on something? What is the message that it is displaying? Okay, all this, observe the system. Try getting these terms: object, field, tab, app launcher, setup menu, filters. Okay, that gear icon is nothing but setup. So these are all, like, by using these words, somebody knows that you have worked on Salesforce. Okay, I'll request the staff to, pass on this notepad, whatever we have discussed till now to you. Okay, just explore something, and tomorrow we will discuss what are all the different object types that we have, and what are all the different fields that are available. Anybody has any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great.
And we are having empty fields as we are created new account. There were no. Can we upload any data?
Yeah, there is a data loader. Okay, from data loader you can use. Similarly, you can from Excel sheet you can upload data here. But as soon as Salesforce will give you a minimum of 20 to 30 records for every standard object, whenever you have created the org. So minimum data is supported.
But we don't have any data, ma'am. We are having empty fields, empty.
No, at least you might have the account owner name and account name, right?
Yeah, we have account name, account location, and everything, but we don't have any.
Yeah, try, see here you have a new button, right? Go ahead and try creating the new records.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, since you are asking, here you have certain fields, right?
Yeah.
Try populating it. At the same, all the fields, you are not seeing it here. Okay, and see how you can bring all the fields what you're populating, you're putting information there to bring all those fields here. Similarly, everything is available from here only. So if you
Okay.
can read through what are all the different options that you have here. So clone is there, rename is there, sharing settings are there. Sharing settings is little tough, that we, I'll explain to you little later when we see actually how we control the data, or how we can give access to some few people. You leave the sharing settings. See this, what is select fields to display does.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
And try deleting also. It's not a problem. You create one list view, delete one list view, try to clone it, try to rename it, and try to add few more fields to the list view, remove few fields from the list view. Okay, just play around with this gear icon and try your own filters.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Yeah. Good that you're showing up interest to learn things. That is what everybody needs. If you have the interest, however tough it is, or however it is, you will learn one day.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's close for today. We'll meet tomorrow and discuss, few other concepts.
So timings has got changed, Prasanna. So 9 to 10 from tomorrow also, or how it is?
I don't know. I got the message so yesterday night, so
Okay,
I
all
have
right.
connected at 9.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Thank you.